Well, good morning everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back and I have an interesting video for you. Today I want to talk about the Makita 3 1/4 inch or 82 millimeter cordless lithium-ion powered 18 volt planer. This is model XPK01Z. I'm really excited about this. I've been watching Makita tools for quite some time. In fact, I've been a long time Makita guy, and I've been watching this tool. It's got excellent reviews on Amazon. I wanted a planer for quite some time, but in the last couple of years I've noticed that Makita has been going to brushless technology on a lot of their tools. So I was holding out on buying this. I was waiting, hoping that Makita would release this in a brushless motor design. Well, they never did. I waited for 2 years, and I kept reading this thing on Amazon. I kept reading the reviews and you know, high reviews. So I'm kind of thinking that Makita might already have this thing the way they want it. So one day I was thumbing through and I saw it on sale, so I jumped on board and bought one. So this is a cordless planer. And it is really nice. If you're wanting to join two pieces of wood together, you can use this planer to clear up that wood. Now I've already taken it out of the box and played with it a few times, but I put it back in the box for this video. So the first thing you see is you get a owner's manual, you get a little bit of warranty information, and you get this thing, which is pretty cool. This shows a little bit about the Makita cordless lineup. All these tools use the same battery. This is pretty cool. So there are tons and tons of tools that utilize that lithium-ion 18 volt battery. So that's another reason why I wanted to get this, because I already have batteries and chargers and I don't want to change platforms. All these tools. I mean, it's just crazy how many tools Makita has that utilize this battery. Go to the middle all the way down to a compound slide miter saw. It's crazy. Circular saws. I mean, it's just crazy the amount of tools that Makita powers with this battery. So I waited, like I mentioned, and they never went brushless on it. Even to this day, me filming this video, this tool is still not brushless, and that's fine. I mean, it performs magnificently. So there's nothing left in the box. You can see there. That's it. That's what comes in the box. You have this little accessory kit, and in this kit you have a little block. That's for changing the blades, and then you have a little wrench. That's also for changing the blades. If you look at the bottom of the planer, see, you can tell that it's been used. If you look right down here, there's 3 little bolts, and those are the ones that I take off to change those blades. The blades are double-sided blades. This thing operates on a standard Makita battery, so something like this, just a standard battery, and it's a great tool. It's a very neat tool. I do a lot of woodworking and stuff, and I really enjoy this. I'm going to read some specs to you real quick about this tool. It planes up to 3 1/4 inches wide, and you can go 5/64 of an inch deep on a single pass. And it has 2 blade cutter heads with double edged carbide blades for added performance and smooth finish. High power to weight ratio. This planer weighs 7.4 pounds. When you add the battery, it weighs 7.5 pounds. The motor spins, or the RPM, is 14,000 RPMs. And again, it talks about the click depth adjustment knob, where you can go in increments, and it's a great tool. The battery slides in right here in the back. You have this little spring-loaded deal. What that does is that allows you to, when you set the planer down, it keeps the planer up off of the work surface. And the reason they want that to be up off the work surface is so that the blades don't come in contact with the work surface. You can see right here by my thumb, underneath this guard here, there is a belt. This belt is like a nylon or some kind of belt. But it has two blades on the cutter head. So there's one, and then we're spinning. There's the second blade. And this is just a beautiful tool. It's got external brushes. I really wanted a brushless design, but they didn't have it. You have to push this little knob, this little safety mechanism down. It's ambidextrous, so you can use it from either hand. So you basically push this down, and that will allow you to turn on the planer. That'll allow you to access the motor. Now on the front here, you can adjust the depth by turning this knob. And that's pretty cool because it clicks. And then the base goes up and down in the front, and it's just a fabulous tool. I've really wanted one of these for a long time. Finally broke down and got one, and gosh, I'm so happy that I did. I mean, you're looking right here, and I'm just turning. You see the distance there? And I start coming back, see it tightening up there. So it's pretty cool. This is a great planer. Does a good job. I've used it a lot already, and I love it. So I'm going to put a battery in and let you hear what the motor sounds like. Electric brake. And using it is a breeze. If you want to plane a piece of wood, something like this little 1x right here, say I want to join this 1x, I want to join them together, you just put the 1x right there, start right here on the back side, hold it up front. This is a small piece of wood, so I don't need to clamp it or anything. Turn the tool on, and then we'll get going on this board. So something like this. Now we'll make a little deeper adjustment. Let's go to 1/64. And what that does, it just cleans this up really nice. Makes this board really good. It's funny because my daughter has a ferret, and she likes to put planer sawdust in her ferret cage, so the ferret, when it goes to the bathroom, she likes that sawdust. So she always comes out and she says, "Hey Dad, when are you going to plane more wood? I need some more sawdust." It's kind of funny. So now I'm going to cut this board down. And I have two edges that are planed. You can clearly see this one has not been planed, and this one where my thumb is has. You can definitely see, and that's nice because it allows you to get a very good solid joint on your pieces. So if I take my wood glue here and I just put a little bit on this wood, just like that. Dab it with my finger, I'll get a very nice joint between these pieces of wood. It's going to spill a little bit of wood out, a little bit of sawdust rather. Let's get it like that. I have a rag here. Now we'll put our clamps on. That'll give us a nice tight piece of wood. It'll give us a very nice joint. And then once this dries, you can come back and you can plane this surface right here and make it even cleaner, make it even nicer. So you see it just squeezing out that wood glue rather, sorry. Just like that. Just give it a real nice squeeze and then just let it sit. Now when it comes to planing wood, you always want to go with the grain of the wood. So if I have a piece of wood here for an example, you don't want to plane like cross-cutting would be. You want to always rip, so to speak, when you're planing wood. You don't ever want to have the tops of wood like this and try to plane this surface. It's not designed to work on something like that. But if you're going to go on if you look real close at the grain there, you can go this way up here, any of these four sides, but just not on end like this. So I'm going to let that dry, and I'll see you in a few. Once that's dry, we'll plane it again, and we'll see what the final product looks like. Alright, let's take a look and see what's going on here. Take these clamps off. You can see that I have a small piece of scrap wood that I've screwed down to the bench, and what that's for is once I cut this area flush here, what I'll do is I'll rest this edge against that so that I can plane this piece of wood. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece right here. The line of sight is very good on this saw. Very easy to see what you're trying to cut. So now I can place this right there, and I have something to hold that piece for me to plane it. Obviously, you can see that this piece back here is much lower than the piece that I've been working on, and that's because I don't want to have something taller that my planer will run into. Looks like I got it set too deep, way too deep. Let's go. I don't want to go that deep. Let's just go a little bit less. There, that's much better. I'm just wanting to take off a little bit of material. That looks pretty nice. So there you have it. I just need to get right in here a little bit more. So you don't want to put the wood this way and try to plane it this way. You're going against the grain that way. Obviously, watch out for these screws as you get thinner, but this is pretty cool. This is a quick look at the piece of wood. I just planed it. Still has a couple little rough spots like right here. This will all be sanded out once I sand it, but that's to give you an idea of what this planer can do. It's a good tool. Makes a lot of planer dust, so my daughter will be happy. Before I go, there's one more thing I want to show you very quickly, and I talked about it briefly a second ago, and that is if you pull this guard off, there's a rubber kind of belt underneath this guard, and I like that because if you get anything hung up or bound up, this rubber belt will fail, and it won't fail your motor or your bearings or anything like that. So you'll just replace this belt, which is much cheaper than gears or a chain or anything like that. And to be completely honest with you, these belts don't fail that often. They hold up pretty well. So I thought that I would run that by you. That's one thing that I like from a service standpoint on these planers. So I think it's just a very good engineering, the way they built the tool, I think, was very smart by doing that. So I want to say thank you for joining me today on this video. I hope you got some good, useful information out of it. Please feel free to leave your comments down below, like this video, share this video, and if you like the type of content that you see on my channel, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. And until next time, folks, thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. That is the Makita cordless planer. Very nice tool. I love it. Good tool. Hopefully someday maybe they will come out with a brushless model, but until then, I'm happy.